Okay, I have to say a couple of things again because I am very used to put end to the video and then end again without saving it. So the previous video, I didn't save it. So maybe we'll say it in another time. But I really want to go through, Povero Ernesto. Okay, and there was a question asking me what I think is harder, if Come Gentil or Povero Ernesto. And I already explained it at Povero Ernesto because it's long. But we cannot forget. The very beginning of the opera. The Sogno Soave e Casto, which is really, really demanding. You know, the problem with Ernesto, or what I think is the hardest thing with Ernesto, is the place where the melody is moving, and because this makes everything very hard. We are always singing in the region of the passaggio, and that makes really difficult to sing Ernesto. Of course, there are going to be lighter tenors than me. That maybe for them is not going to be that difficult, but for me it's quite challenging, this role. So I think it's everybody for everybody is going to be, every single tenor will have to find something to struggling with here. I will repeat once again. I will repeat this once again. I will not say it in each video, I hope. I will do these videos in English. So, for those that doesn't speak English, I'm very sorry, but I have to also think about a wider, much wider audience, and that many other people understand what I'm trying to share with you. And I will say this in Spanish again. Si no hablas inglés y estás dedicándote a la música, estás tardándote en aprender este idioma, ¿ok? Porque va a ser la herramienta básica para que te enfrentes al mundo. Y es así que vuelvo a cambiar a inglés, porque estamos contestando en inglés, eso lo dije desde un principio, ¿ok? I said this from beginning. I will say this in English for trying to catch as much people as possible. Okay, so we arrived here to Povero Ernesto. Okay, as you can see, I already have some note. This is my score. So what happened here is that Don Pasquale already said, Ernesto, okay, you are not getting married with the woman I want you to get married, so you can go. I will not give you anything. You go out of my house. I don't know you. And he kicks Ernesto away from home. So this is the scene when Ernesto is coming back on stage, and he is in a deep pain, because he was expecting to have this, the wheel from his from his uncle, and he's expecting to have the money and the house and everything, to have something to offer to Norina, because he wants to marry her. And he's so frustrated and he's so sad because he doesn't know that originally Malatesta, who is a common friend between Norina and Ernesto, is making a plan. He is making a plan with Norina to cheat and make that Don Pasquale agrees in the marriage of Ernesto and her. So he doesn't know about this plan, So he only knows by his uncle that Malatesta is planning to give his sister to marry Don Pasquale, so he can have kids, and then he will give all the will, the testament, the will. He's going to give it to his own kids, and he will not have anything. So he feels betrayed, he feels sad and frustrated because he's not going to be able to give anything to Norina. So we have these first, and then here we are going to begin to talk about phrasing. First of all, I have to think about in the text. You see, we have a first expression here, povero Ernesto. And every time, even when we speak, oh, poor Ernesto, he was kicked by his uncle and he's abandoned by everybody. So I have to think about in these small fractions, but then I have to think about in a much bigger bow. Yeah. So instead of think about povero Ernesto, dallo zio cacciato, da tutti abbandonato, mi restava un amico, e coperto nemico, because you see, we have silences here, right? And this normally happens with all the new students, and those who are learning to do recitative. We make a pause every single time we see a silence, and that's not right. Okay? So we have to think about, of course, in these fractions, but we have to think about also in a wider bow. Povero Ernesto, dallo zio cacciato, da tutti abbandonato, mi restava un amico e un coperto nemico di scopro in lui. Ah, no, ancora più. Mi restava un amico e un coperto nemico di scopro in lui che a danni miei congiura. So actually my idea of phrasing will be from here until here, you see? And then of course we have to think about all the dynamics and take also always very good look on this, the differences in the tempo. And also we have to always look in the attack of the next part, because we always have to make like an introduction to the next part, the next phrase. So we have to think about it. So first one, povero Ernesto, long notes, Nesto, dallo zio cacciato, da tutti abbandonato, mi restava un amico e un coperto nemico di scopro in lui che a danni miei congiura. Okay, so as I was saying in previous videos, I have always said this, and this is not going to be more different than the others. We have here this melody that goes, mi restava un amico. I cannot go in position of the voice, in terms of position of the voice, I cannot go at the same place that this bemol. I have to think about mi restava un amico, and this should be placed here, in this same place. Mi restava un amico. The rest is just giving the space and the right support to attack this A mol, okay? Mi restava un amico e un coperto nemico di scopro in lui che ha... It's the same here. We have this melody that goes to this A here, and then we have another A in the octave. So we cannot let the sound goes down, and we keep it up to attack this note easier. You see? Okay, so it's mi restava un amico e un coperto nemico, ti scopro in lui che ad anni miei congiura. I do appoggiatura here. Fammi. And then lento. This half note cannot be in the same speed that we did here. This should be much longer. And then we have to think about also in this piano from the orchestra, because then we can begin with this forte. You see, we are being conducted by the orchestra to go into a forte. Mi restava un amico e un coperto nemico, ti scopro in lui. Forte, because we are going to give the introduction to the orchestra. Che ad anni miei congiura, papam, papam, papam. But then what happens? We can begin also this in forte, or we can think about a mezzo forte that goes directly to this piano. So all this small phrase, we have to think it in diminuendo, right? Here. Oh, you cannot see the notes anymore. So we have ta-dan, 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 Norina, and pronounce very well this name. Oddio, ben feccia lei t'esprimere d'un foglio I sensi miei. This is trumpet alone. This one. And then we have piano here that goes, and then we have a piano here, but we can construct this with a very nice crescendo to support this B, right? Ora in altra contrada I giorni grani. So it's the same that I was saying before. We cannot let the sound goes down. The position of the voice cannot go down with the intonation. We have to keep it high, always high. I'm sorry, I'm already now a little bit tired because I finished already now the rehearsal, but anyways, I can do it. Ora in altra contrada I giorni grani a trascinar si vada. So I go to a diminuendo here because we have a piano with the flutes in the next part. Okay, so I will cut here and then we continue the next video with Cercherò lontana terra. Okay, this video I will going to save it. Okay, see you in Cercherò lontana terra right now.